A good afternoon to you, sir. How you doing?
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Oh, we are doing great. It's exciting here on a Football Friday going into the playoffs. How much different does it feel for you going into the playoffs on a Friday than the regular season?
I'm sorry, you cut out 1 second. Can we start over?
Oh, yeah, you got it, Steven. How you doing, man? You good?
I'm doing good.
Right on. Right on. Hey, I was just asking how different it is for you and how exciting it is for you. I know the fans are all fired up. We're fired up here on the Fan. What's it like as an owner of so many years going into these playoffs?
Well, that's what you do this for. I mean, at the end of the day, you get really fired up about having a great franchise in the Dallas Cowboys and, you know, the good business and things like that. But at the end of the day, what you're really in this game for is to win. And certainly our biggest moments have been when we won those 3 Super Bowls. And, you know, the only way you get to win a Super Bowl is get in the tournament, as Coach Parcells used to call it. And we're just so fired up that we're in it. And we really like our football team, and I really feel like we have a great opportunity in front of us here. So, obviously, our total focus is on the 49ers. And, you know, we got to get to work and see what this can bring us. But this is what, you know, you're in sports for, is to compete for a championship.
Are you with Jerry that anything short of a championship is a bit of a bust?
Well, you know, it's been so long for our fans. And as I told you, I think I told several people when he got in the Hall of Fame several years ago, I said, I do think there's one thing he'd trade that for, and that is a championship. And I know he and I both feel like, you know, with what our cap situation is now, but what it is going forward, as we've got these young stars that we are going to have to pay, the resources are going to be short. So we certainly feel like this is a unique opportunity that we do need to take advantage of. So we certainly feel, I think everybody does, the accountability, the pressure to go out and have success.
Hey, Steven, you know, you got 2 really evenly matched teams, well put together teams, position by position. Where are you focusing on where this game might hinge for you? Is there one thing that you could say, man, if we can get this done, I feel good about our chances?
Yeah, I just think it's the fronts, both offensively and defensively for both teams. I mean, they're a physical team. They want to run the ball. They're very physical on the defensive side with their defensive fronts. We feel like we are as well. And just feel like that's going to be so key, you know, to the success. We obviously, you know, feel like we've got great weapons and a great quarterback in Dak. Certainly feel like, you know, our back end has really, you know, improved over the years, and feel great about it. But I think this thing is going to boil down to both fronts on both these football teams.
Steven, in your experience, do you think that angry players play better? I ask because as we're hearing a lot of the defensive guys do their media this week, it seems like the tone is a little bit irritated about hearing how, oh, it's a bad matchup, or, oh, the 49ers are so physical and play bully ball. Is a frustrated and or angry player a better player?
Yeah, I don't know if angry is the right word to use. I just love to have I do think a player with a chip on his shoulder who's, you know, really driven to go out and have success is a good thing. I don't know that I'd use angry, but chip on shoulder is good. An edge. I love all those words, you know, when it comes to our players. And certainly I know they're focused, they're driven, and, you know, ready to get to work. And, you know, we've got a great opportunity here to play in our home stadium. Our fan base has just been amazing in terms of showing up and really creating a great home field advantage for us. So we just look forward to the opportunity.
Now, Anthony Brown has an actual chip on his shoulder with the tattoo. Do you wish that the other players would go ahead and get one to match it?
I couldn't say go get a tattoo because I don't know that I've encouraged my kids to get tattoos, but everybody to each his own. Everybody has their taste, and certainly I know tattoos can mean so much to so many people, but I'm good with what to each his own. Whatever they decide and whatever motivates them, that fires me up.
Stephen, earlier in the week, Dak Prescott went to Mike McCarthy. He said, "Hey, what do I need to do for you today?" If Dak came to you and asked you the same question, what would you tell Dak he needs to do for you in this football game?
I think the biggest thing is his leadership. I know he's going to be prepared for him to play, but to create the urgency in the locker room, which I think he can do at the very best in terms of his leadership, being in the front line right there with the guys, but create the urgency with our football team at what's at stake here. We're getting ready to tee it up here on Sunday, and then it's, the game's going to play, and then it's going to be over, and hopefully we understand, the edge that we have to play with, the urgency, the accountability, and I think he's very unique at getting that point across, and I think that's what, the one thing I would tell him, because I do know he's so driven, and so, and he will personally be prepared, doesn't need it, but I do think, with a young team, which we are, that he can create that urgency. I think he could go out and even, do as much as possible. That'd be the thing I would just say, hey, just make sure everybody understands the magnitude of what's at stake when we go out on the field on Sunday.
It's Stephen Jones with you on the Fan. You were talking about your young stars and a couple named All-Pros here today. Doing it so young, what kind of a leg up does that give you for trying to put together the defense with young pillars like that for years to come?
Well, it's always great to have young players show up and play at a high level, and that's why we stress the draft so much. It's just hard to get it done in this league, just doing it through free agency, and your first 5 years of the player's contract is your value. And when you got guys showing up, let's just use a Michael. We all know if he were a free agent, what he would cost versus what he plays for as a first rounder. It's a significant difference. And so the draft is so important. And when you hit on these draft picks and you get to have them around, not unlike we had Dak around for so many years at a great value for us. You want to take advantage of those things, because now we understand now, which he so rightfully deserves, what we have to pay Dak. And, it's certainly, any great player that gets paid well, whether it's Dak, DeMarcus Lawrence, Tyron Smith, all these guys, start to, you have to pick and choose at some point. So that's why it's so important for these young players to step up and, be productive and play at a high level early.
Well, Stephen, you mentioned the draft, and I feel like I don't have numbers of this in front of me, but I feel like you guys have to be about as homegrown as a roster gets. And yesterday, with the news of Will McClain getting an extended contract as the VP of player personnel, can you just talk about what an important role he plays in that and how you guys are feeling about getting that done, keeping him moving forward?
Well, he's obviously done a great job. I think our roster does speak for itself. We're a young roster. We have been able, it's been our strategy, Jerry and I wanting to just say, hey, let's put all our focus and resources, not that we don't use free agency as a way to, fill some holes and some voids so you can draft the way we want to draft. But, to have a guy like Will who's, able to create the continuity with the scouting staff. And then the other thing he does so well is just his communication. He's got great communication with Mike McCarthy and his staff. Certainly, because we do want coaches' input, because at the end of the day, they got the vision for the schemes that they want to run. And, we have to understand that from a personnel standpoint, and I think Will's outstanding at that. Certainly his how he communicates with Jerry and I. Certainly, how we communicate with our medical staff. I mean, he's just, he's been so good at that, and to have that continuity there. And certainly he's doing it, been doing it at a high level, and, fired up that he sees how, that we've got a unique situation here in Dallas. You don't have many owners like Jerry and myself that are, really involved. There's a lot of owners who just, delegate and they delegate to a general manager and a coach and step back. That's not what that's not the way it works around here. And some teams, everybody's got a unique way that they do it. But obviously, he's at peace, or he wouldn't want to be here as well. So we're fired up about having him back, and fired up about our future.
Stephen, would you say the rivalry, and you guys used to wear our ass out in Green Bay. You love seeing us come in your ballpark because we're going to hammer us and go on. But is San Francisco one of those rivalries to you that I mean, you've had some huge wins against these guys. Is it one of those ones that you always look back and you say, man, when you beat these guys, it really, really meant something?
Well, obviously when we had our first championship teams there in the 90s, the road was through San Francisco, and they were, they were the team to beat. And we were a young up-and-coming team, and, had to go out there and win. And then they punched back, and they went out and signed Dion and punched us back on the end of the nose and eliminated us one year, but then we responded. But the rivalry has been amazing, and certainly a great organization out there. The 49ers are, what they stand for. They're blue chip, and certainly they are today. I mean, they've got an outstanding organization. Think the world of John Lynch, and think the world of the Yorks, and what they've been able to do. Obviously, Coach Shanahan's a great young coach who's done a lot of great offensive minds. So, as you said, this is one hell of a matchup. It's one hell of a long standing rivalry. It's one that you're got a taste of right out of the gate when we were trying to build our first championship team there in the 90s. So nothing but respect for those guys.
Well, enjoy your weekend and give him hell, Stephen. Thanks so much for your time. We'll be pulling for you.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.